All right, this is Journeyman 2 here, and I'm also here with Man-is-Obsolete, and we're going to be playing through a expert next evolution campaign using Domino leadership. The first scenario is Morlock Siege. The Marauders are trying to infiltrate the sewers to get at the Morlocks. We have our two modular encounter sets, military grade and mutant slayers in there, as well as standard expert Morlock Siege and our obligation. Setup, put the routed environment into play, set the hide treachery and each Morlock ally aside, shuffle the villains together, and then the top card of the villain deck is in play. So we're going to shuffle these up, and the top card is our first villain, and it's Grey Crow.
Woo.
And every time any of the Marauder villains attacks, they have a forced interrupt. To discard, you get a choice. Option 1 is discard each card you control with the highest cost. So if you have multiple 3-cost cards, he discards all of them. Or he gets plus X attack for this attack, where X is the printed cost of the highest card you control. So giving him extra attack, or he wipes your board. Now the way this scenario is set up, there's 2 stages of the main scheme. The first stage is going to be automatically advancing, either if they scheme out or if they get 3 knock counters. So each step 1 of the villain phase is going to add 1 knock counter, and when there's 3, so at the start of the third villain phase, they will be advancing to stage 3. Now, we need to be defeating 3 villains to advance to scenario 2 and win. Every time we defeat a villain, it goes under this environment routed. When we put a villain under routed, we're going to reveal the next villain in the villain deck, and that villain is going to activate immediately. So we're going to be taking 2 extra activations this scenario, one for when the second villain is revealed, and a second one when the third villain is revealed. So it could be an attack if we're in hero form, or it could be a scheme if we're in alter ego. And then those subsequent villains all get boosts based on the encounter deck and routed. So routed gives them retaliate 1, the second villain gets retaliate 1, and the third villain gets retaliate 2. So it's retaliate X, 1 for each villain under routed. The encounter deck is also going to be getting stronger as we advance through the scenario. So we have our villain setup, 1 threat on the main scheme, routed in play, and now we're going to go over to our campaign setup. And the way the next evolution campaign works is there are 6 campaign player side schemes. They do not count towards the player side scheme limit. And when we complete one, we reveal the environment on the other side, which gets us a bonus. And that bonus will start in play for every following scenario. Now, when we choose one of these, we also have to put the corresponding encounter card into the encounter deck. So the one we're going to be starting with in this scenario is going to be Mission Prep. And when we complete it, we flip it over to its environment side, which lets us put 1 upgrade of printed cost 2 or less into play from our discard or our deck. And we have 3 excellent targets for this, both of Domino's pistols and her probability field. But we're also going to get Scrambler into the encounter deck as an offset. So he's a 1/1/3 minion, he has Surge, and when we reveal him, he discards an upgrade that we control. So we're going to get a free upgrade, but if we draw a Scrambler, he's going to discard it right back. So we're going to go ahead and put Mission Prep up here, starting for threat, and then Scrambler goes into the encounter deck, shuffle that up. Grey Crow is starting at 12 hit points. And we'll go down to our deck.
Yeah, and if I can just mention about the mission size scheme as well, it does not have to be identity specific. So if you wanted to build for this campaign with like a very specific card, like Ingenuity, or something of that nature, like X-Gene, something of that nature that's very hard to get into play because it requires certain things, that gets around that as well. Lets you start with it in play.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get our deck together here. I think some of the cards we're looking for turn 1, other than the build cards, would be our jackpot or our doubles, because we can always use those twice.
SPT's not too, superpower training's not too bad either, though.
Yeah.
Tough decisions. 2 doubles and nothing to spend them on.
So I'm thinking about we
Right.
pitch the left 4 cards of our hand, hold Superpower Training, hold Painted Lady, and if we leave the double on top of our deck and we draw into something that needs a double, we can always pull it back. Right place, right time is also not bad because it's
Right.
guaranteed to clear mission prep and get us a pistol or probability field. But let's just
Right.
keep digging here.
I would almost. Yeah, it's tough.
And there's Jackpot and Weapon X, and Ghost Spider is perfect to flip to the top of the deck as well. But we don't really have anything to spend Jackpot on here. So maybe we get out Weapon X, Painted Lady, Superpower Training, and flip Jackpot to the top of the deck.
Yeah, Weapon X will probably be a good first play. That way you'll be able to mill the deck and see what you can get. Strength in their discard's not so great anymore.
Yeah, because we can always double Jackpot. So we'll start with Weapon X there.
So you might get a 3-cost, or Diamondback, or
there's our second
or
thwart
there's
event.
your thwart event. But Jackpot on top, right
Uh-huh.
place, right time. That's a huge thwart. You're over thwarting, but
Yep.
the mission prep's gone at that point.
Now we could do Ghost Spider into Superpower Training, and then we can maybe clear. I guess clearing mission prep is better than clearing superpower.
You might be able to do both if you get probability field.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
All right, so let's go ahead and throw down our Superpower Training. 3 threat on it.
Mm-hmm.
Flip up. And let's put Jackpot on top.
Watch it be digging deep. Nope. Oh, no. Just as bad. Well, it's not
Well,
terrible. You'll get it right back.
Yeah.
Or...
Well, we're going to spend 2 for right place, right time. It's clearing 7 or 6.
A lot.
Mission prep.
All right.
And then we're just going to immediately use the counter on it and get probability field.
It's all lining up.
And now let's go ahead and thwart. Discard the top card. It's a digging
snap.
deep. We're thwarting for 3. Superpower Training goes away. And let's grab the pistol from our discard.
Now, Superpower Training has to be identity specific upgrade. Just for rule's sake.
Let's go ahead. We're going to have to give him plus attack, but we do have probability field to defend. Because I don't want to lose both of our 2-cost upgrades to him.
Yeah, don't do that.
So we'll start with pistol. Get 1 free damage on him. And now, this is our first digging deep, I think. So we might not have to hold it because we have more coming up. If we were running low on digging deeps, I might consider holding that.
Yeah, you're just as likely to get another one, but you didn't. But White Fox is a good swap too.
Yeah, and Beast to get us Jackpot. A lot of stuff here. So 1 threat on. He's going to be attacking us for 2 plus 2. So we're going to choose option 2 and a boost. We'll go ahead and defend for 3. Use probability field. Make it 4. So he's hitting us for 2. And the encounter card. We have the Senator's Support. Hinder 1. When defeated, the first player discards cards from the top of the encounter deck until an attachment is discarded and reveals that card with an amplify icon.
Options.
Oh, and the knock counter.
Don't forget to knock.
So I think we are going to swap White Fox. And let's go ahead and pistol White Fox into play. So 1 damage onto Gray Crow. Not too worried about the main scheme here.
No, well, an advance would suck, but worst that happens, it goes to 2A. So
Now we could play Beast, get Jackpot, and then play Deadpool. Clear this, or just start putting a lot of damage on Grey Crow.
So the only problem with playing Deadpool with Jackpot is not Jackpot's in your discard, but you will get a somewhat free flip down next turn.
Yeah, it'll be on top. Or we're going to have to use Probability Field or Chump White Fox to defend.
Right.
So it's not going to be on top anymore.
No.
We got Pip coming up.
Right.
I think that is best for us. I would like to start pushing Grey Crow and get somebody else.
Right. Yes. Would be nice.
So let's go ahead and play Deadpool. And let's just attack with everybody.
Yeah.
For 5 damage.
Get him out of there.
And next turn we might even be able to defeat him. If we jump with White Fox, we had a basic attack with the Probability Field.
Mm-hmm. And Pistol.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot.
1 threat on.
Hey, and there's Pip.
Second knock counter. There we go. Great hand. He is attacking. We'll give him +2. Defend with White Fox. So he attacks for 6.
Glad to see that go.
Mm-hmm. Or 7, because the amplify.
Oh, yeah.
Push to the limit. Okay. While there is exactly 1 villain under routed, attached villain gains steady. While there's 2, gains stalwart and +1 attack. With the attachments, because they're different named villains, the attachments are not going to stay on the villain between villain stages.
Mm-hmm.
So this would be a good time to clear the side scheme, have him get another attachment, and then push him, and the next villain won't have either attachment because they'll both fall off when we defeat Grey Crow. So let's go ahead and use Beast and Deadpool to clear the Amplify. We're going to discard cards from the top of the deck until he gets another attachment. All the side schemes.
A lot of side schemes.
Good to see Scrambler. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one to get
This one is just +1/+1. Okay. The next one is going to activate against us immediately. My only issue here. Who do we have to make the call for? Do we have a cheat make the call target?
White Fox. Gamora.
Yeah, Ghost Spider. Chump
Oh, yeah.
Ghost Spider. Get another card back.
Yeah.
Could be Luck Be a Lady immediately, too. I think we still have Luck Be a Lady in there. So maybe we make the call for... Let's swap Digging Deep. There's only 1 Digging Deep in the deck, so there's not high odds of Digging Deep into Digging Deep. Okay. So if we make the call for Ghost Spider gets us something. She gets us Luck Be a Lady, which is immediately playable, or we play Pip. Or, well, actually, Domino's Pistol is going to get us Digging Deep, so we can do both Luck Be a Lady and then Weapon X to play Pip after we flip down. Unless we get Vertigo as our second villain, in which case we might not want to flip down. So let's start with Domino. She's going to attack for 2. Digging Deep makes it 4. And then Pistol for 2. So Grey Crow comes under routed. Both of these attachments fall off. Oh, we were going to make the call first.
I was going to say,
the whole thing.
You're going to take
we were
this hit
talking about.
to the face?
The whole thing we just spent that time talking about.
Yeah.
Let's grab Ghost Spider first.
Yeah. That's good.
Okay, so Ghost Spider is in play. Chimera, her interrupt is either we spend 2 mental or she gets +2. We're going to give her the +2. Both of these attachments are gone. Defend with Ghost Spider, so she's attacking for 4, 5. Ghost Spider is going to go into the discard, and we're going to search for an event. Luck Be a Lady. Luck Be a Lady is nice because it can heal any character, so we could heal Deadpool, we could heal Beast.
Looks like there's a lot of wilds still in your deck, too.
The main scheme does not matter at all. It's going to be advancing no matter what we do. So let's go ahead and play Luck Be a Lady. Discard the top card. It's a wild. Dealing 6 damage is also not terrible here.
6 non-retaliate damage too.
Yeah.
It's dealing, not attacking.
So
And you can chump with Deadpool eventually.
yeah, I kind of hate for him to miss the discard. But I mean, an acceleration token isn't going to be terrible too. We could just have him survive. We're about halfway through the scenario.
Well, if you do 6 damage, you're not you're not far from victory.
Yeah.
So
let's do the 6 damage. I think I like that. Weapon X, take a hit. Okay. Pip the pug.
Yeah, you get
That's fine.
back on there.
Yeah.
You're gonna have Outlaw coming, I think. Still.
Jackpot on top.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we decking here? Nope.
Close.
We did get jackpot.
Yeah. There we go. You can just
With Diamondback.
replace Deadpool.
Yeah.
Before and get him into the shuffle, or Beast. Get him into the shuffle.
So one threat comes on, their third knock counter comes on, and after there are 3 knock counters, advance to stage 2A. 2A says each player puts 1 set aside Morlock ally into play under their control, 2 if it's a single player game. Shuffle the Hide Treachery into the encounter deck. If the previous stage was advanced by knock counters, give each Morlock ally a tough status card, so we do get rewarded for not letting them scheme out. So we got 2 of these Morlocks. They each get a tough. The Hide Treachery gets shuffled in. And then we flip. Starts with a 0 threat. We have an action, exhaust a Morlock ally, shuffle Hide from the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. If there are 3 villains underrouted, we win. If there are no Morlock allies in play, the players lose the game. And the Morlocks have this forced interrupt that when an enemy attacks you, it attacks the Morlock you control instead. So all undefended attacks will be going into the Morlocks.
And the Morlocks don't count against ally limit. You may have said that, but
yeah,
we're legal here. So yeah.
So that was step 1. Now Chimera is scheming for 2 and 2, so halfway. No advance here. Seek the Weak. Alter Ego, this card gains Surge. Back in action. When revealed, give the villain a tough status card. Place threat on the main scheme equal to the number of villains underrouted. So tough and insight 1. Not too bad. Okay.
Survived.
And now we have all sorts of crazy stuff to do. There's only 1 card left in our deck, so we should know exactly what it is. It might be a domino card.
I think it's a Digging Deep. Or no, maybe?
No, Digging Deep's in our
it's
hand.
in your hand. Yeah, your third one is.
It's not a domino card. Is it a
The
power
posse.
in all of us? No posse here. It's not power in all of us. Let's see, strength,
Oh, you don't have that. That's right.
energy. Is it genius? I think it might be genius.
No, Genius is there.
Oh, yeah, okay. What could it possibly be? An ally? What are the other allies? Oh, it's Professor X.
Ah.
That's what it is. Professor X, last card in our deck. Well, I think we might want to spend Jackpot to play Outlaw. Swap Jackpot back in hand, play Diamondback. Load Jackpot to the top with Pip.
Start going crazy.
Use one of the Morlocks to take out her tough. And then maybe we save Outlaw to take the third villain's attack. What do we Pip first so we can Weapon X? Right now Weapon X is decking us.
Yeah. So
I do like Pip for Jackpot when there's only 2 cards in the deck.
what if you used Beast and brought him back to hand? You can do a lot of wild stuff with that. Like AE swap Beast. That's as good as AE swapping Jackpot.
Yep.
In a sense. Yeah,
I
a lot
still
of
know
options.
I guess we don't need CITT. So CITT and Jackpot can play Beast. We swap a good workout.
I mean, good workouts. Damage. Maybe Diamondback. I can't see Diamondback getting into play here.
Yeah. Yep.
You can almost hold a good workout if it doesn't work out because
Just win
because of
next
the stage, the third villain or whatever, it'd just be
So
massive rush down.
Let's have the Morlock ping the tough. Beast can go ahead and deal 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then we will swap Beast in hand for Diamondback.
Mm-hmm.
Play Beast with CITT and Jackpot. He gets Jackpot back to hand.
It's like voodoo.
Now we use Jackpot to play Outlaw. Pip
Yeah.
puts Jackpot on top.
Yeah. It's wild.
She gets a tough.
So you have enough activations to still hero swap Digging Deep and play a good workout possibly as well. You have so much stuff because once the deck resets, you can then hero swap Digging Deep.
So let's start here. And how can we do 6 with the least possible? I'm thinking Domino, Pistol, Morlock. That's 6 exactly.
So
And then
well, hold
chunk
on.
Deadpool.
Domino is 5 right now because Jackpot's on top.
Uh-huh.
So then, well, I wouldn't want to use both Morlocks, unfortunately. But maybe Beast or your second pistol because actually, well, no, because you're leaving so much damage on table.
I think we use the Morlock.
Yeah, just
We
lose
chump
the tough.
Deadpool.
Yeah, that's fair.
So let's have Domino go ahead and attack 4 or 5. Shuffle Jackpot back in. Let's see how many times we can hit it.
Right. You're at the good range right now.
Oh, it is Retaliate. So Retaliate will ping the tough.
That's
the Morlock takes 1 consequential. But
Actually, he
okay.
defeats him.
Oh, right. No Retaliate. Aha. But this Morlock should have taken 1 Retaliate.
Yes, you are correct. Yeah.
Okay. So Chimera goes underneath Routed.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Harpoon.
Mm.
When he attacks, take 3 indirect damage or give him 1 additional boost card, and the attack gains Overkill. 13 hit points.
Easy. Got it this turn, probably.
So with Overkill, all of a sudden I don't really want to chump with Deadpool.
Well,
Or do we take the 3 indirect and just
you
put
only
all
got
Morlock?
13 damage, so let's start firing what we can first, and then we'll math it out.
Well, he's attacking right now.
Oh, that's true. Well, Outlaw can eat it.
I think we just put 3 indirect and let him hit us. Or block with Deadpool so he doesn't have Overkill. Yeah, so put 3
Yeah, that's
indirect
true.
onto a Morlock. We don't need to give him the extra boost and Overkill.
Right.
So he's attacking for 3, 4. Okay. Deadpool's gone.
That's fine. That's just 2 damage.
And let's see, if Pistol hits Jackpot, that would be huge. Let's do it.
Would be.
Pistol for Jackpot. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3. We can have Outlaw hit Jackpot. Nope, she hit Professor X. So that's only 2 damage. Retaliate pings her tough. Consequential here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we swap, we can play a good workout with Digging Deep.
Right, and that will be 6 damage, and Beast has lethal.
7 damage, right?
But
If we no,
Yeah.
because we're not.
you
we're not
still have
hitting
lethal
Jackpot.
with Beast.
So we swap Digging Deep on top. We play Jackpot with a good workout. Jackpot is going to, good workout is going to discard Digging Deep into our hand.
Mm-hmm.
We get an encounter card we won't reveal. We're dealing 6 damage. We take 1 Retaliate, and then Beast finishes him off.
See?
That was a fast win. That was like 4 turns or something.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, of all the discarding that Domino did, she still only decked at the very end.
How many times
With
did we
lethal.
hit Jackpot that turn? 3? And we
3.
spent it twice?
Yeah, so this is the benefit to having it into your deck. That's why I was a little worried earlier about being into your discard. Luckily, like you said, you got Pip. You get a free flip
Yeah.
because of the knock counters, giving you that ability to go down. So Pip gets getting it back into a thin deck.
Flipping when we have very little cards in deck. So we only had 2 cards, so it was a 50-50 chance to hit Jackpot multiple
Right.
times. We hit it with, we were guaranteed to hit it with Probability Field,
Mm-hmm.
and then we got very lucky on Pistol, and we
Mhm.
lost it on Outlaw. But we also used it to play Beast and played Outlaw that turn.
Right.
So we spent
I
Jackpot
was doing
twice,
a lot of work.
and we hit it twice with her discard
Yeah.
effects.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a good run.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for watching, and we hope this gave you some good ideas for how to build and play Domino. She's pretty complicated, which is why we both like her a lot.
Yeah.
Thanks to Man-is-Obsolete for joining us on the videos.
For sure.
helping provide his expertise and his insights. Even with two players analyzing, I'm sure there's still something that you may have caught, and just let me know in the comments if you see an alternate line of play. I mean, I'm sure every single person is going to see certain turns a different way. So let us know what you would have done, and see you in the next ones.